Welcome to the Very Important Partner Show by JVology Live. I'm your host, Krista Inakovsky, and very excited to be talking to my friend Scot Conway, also known as Grandmaster Scot with one T. Talk about brilliant marketing. This Scot with one T is brilliant. I love it. It keeps everybody knowing who you are and remembering. So welcome, Scot. It's so great to see you.
And I am so happy to be here.
Wonderful. So tell us a little bit about yourself, and you might as well explain the Grandmaster part while you're at it.
Okay. Well, the Scot with one T part was easy because my mother gave that to me when I was born. The Grandmaster, though, that one took me 45 years to earn. So I started on that one when I was 6, and I got that when I was 51. So it took me a while to get there.
Huge,
A martial arts Grandmaster title, and it's quite a path.
Absolutely. And you've really connected that path of yours as of being a Grandmaster into the work that you're doing. So tell us let's hear about your business first.
Okay, well, I am also known as the Ohana Master. I teach people the Ohana way, but in particular, the part that's relevant to brand new people is that I train rising leaders in how to have the hard conversations. Because in any kind of leadership, we've got people come with a guaranteed lack of perfection. That means from time to time, you have to have the hard conversation. And so many leaders who just love their people hate to do that. And then I also help them build genuine connection in their community. And I tend to work with rising leaders that already or aspire to lead groups or teams from about 8 to 148.
Wow. Okay. So 8 to 148. Sounds like what you do is, and I've actually been a part of one of your workshops. It is very interactive, right? You're giving people a framework and leadership and communication and styles, which is great. So just staying on point for this mini interview, who are you looking to connect with at JVology Live? Who makes a really strong JV partner for you?
Well, my ideal JV partners, and I can define a couple of quick characteristics. Is there people who work with leaders and aspiring leaders who want to build high performance teams who love working with them and build connected client communities. And network marketing leaders is a sweet spot because in that case, your team and your client community are exactly the same. So that tends to be a perfect sweet spot for me.
Excellent. Very good. So everyone, if you're listening, you're watching this, and you work with leaders, aspiring leaders, groups of potential leaders, and good grief. I mean, I know that I do work with teens, and you've already said, well, hey, they are aspiring leaders as well. So what you're teaching can transition. So think outside of the box. If that resonates with you, make sure you connect with Scot. And I have one more fabulous question for you. And that's, will you share some of your experience of JVology? I mean, we got to be together in San Diego at the last live event and had a ball. So I just love to hear what keeps you coming back and engaged with our group.
Well, I'll tell you, the number one thing is I love the people that Jay attracts. In fact, part of what draws me into this entire industry is the people. Now, the training, so I can be JV ready, is absolutely critical. The training, I feel like I might be able to get that a few other places, but man, the particular people in the JVology group, that is fantastic. And if I could get training in any of 10 places, I would still be coming to JVology. And even if I felt like, well, I know it all, I could teach this stuff, I would still come because of the people. It's awesome training and fantastic people. And I may still be a beginner in this space and I have a lot to learn, but the people, the relationships, the connection, that as I've gotten JV ready, I feel so much more confident in it because I have these connections and I built these relationships along the way.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I'm so glad you're continuing to be a part of this, and I do wish we were in person so I could give you a big hug, but we'll do virtual hugs for now. And all of you who are tuning in, make sure you connect with Scot. He's an incredible person on many levels, wise and a big heart, and very smart and dedicated. So Scot, look forward to seeing you at the live event, and thank you once again for being here.
You are welcome. Mahalo, which means thank you, and aloha.
Aloha.